Live on Funnel TV. Welcome to Monday.
Is Monday ever truly welcoming?
Oh, always. It says, look at me, I'm full of opportunity.
It does.
Absolutely. It'd be Monday.
It'd be Monday. It's always like I feel like a little bit of a drudge to crawl into it, though.
A drudge?
How do I explain it better?
Yeah, drudge isn't a good word.
It takes a little kickstarting sometimes.
Twoo. Very twoo.
Twoo. True that, true that.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have quite the same like awakeness. It's almost like Monday morning is waking up for the rest of the week.
Well, it's only because it is.
I think it was because I had a long Sunday too.
We need to learn to read a calendar. So we had a neighborhood, like kind of
shindig.
Yeah, party at the park kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there've been signs around the neighborhood the whole, for 10 days or so. We said, well, that'll be nice. Go up and, chat with some people and just kind of chill and hang out. And so we were absolutely convinced that was Saturday. Well, of course, Saturday was the monsoons, right?
Okay,
and
yeah, it was bad.
We had storms that came through like crazy. And so it was like, wow, there's no way the park's going to be just swamped and they're going to move, they're going to have to move it. We just didn't think too much of it. We live 5 houses from the park, so we looked out. Oh, yeah, there's nobody up there. Well, of course not. It's been raining all day. Okay. Well, it cleared off, but oh, well. So we didn't think anything of it. We're sitting around, and it was supposed to be from 5 to 8. So we're sitting around last night. About 5 o'clock, we look, and people are walking past our house. It's like, that's weird. All of a sudden, there's like a significant number of people walking past our. What are they doing? We go out and look and go, oh, the 19th. That's today. We forgot to learn how to use a calendar.
Right. Hey.
Oops.
It happens, right? I feel like
we be human.
There's a lot going on any given time, and that monsoon was insane.
It was crazy.
I made the mistake of thinking because it was so hyped up, and then it actually came. I was like, oh, that's not that bad. Hey, I need some candles and some organizing tools to do the things that I was going to do today. Let's go out.
I was out in it.
Lightning hit a car in the IKEA parking lot while I was out there.
Sheesh.
It was.
Okay, your story wins. Your story's better than mine.
I don't know why we had the lightning. So all the security is down at our place. The door's still manually locked, but like the electronic kind of type security. So.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And I have that big old SUV. And so when the wind would blow, like you would feel your car like sway.
Yeah. I was driving. We were in a mastermind on Saturday. And it, of course, went just until it all hit. And so I was driving home and I was like, oh my God. It's crazy. Crazy. And literally I was pulling in the driveway and it went dink, dink. I got hit by 2 pieces of hail and zipped into the garage. And I was like, okay, hail away.
Wow.
But literally as I was pulling into my drive, it's crazy.
Yeah, my car didn't miss the hail, but the hail wasn't too bad. Not where I was at anyway.
Well, that's good.
So
what we doing today?
A home investor website.
Very cool. Was that some fake Latin there?
Oh, all sorts of lorem ipsum fake Latin. Not fake Polish, fake Latin.
No. We help home investors close more profitable deals faster.
Well, and yeah, so here's.
I like that.
Outstanding product. calculates the after repaired value. So within like minutes, right? Using existing data in the system, plus the data that you can add in really quick after you actually visually see the house, so that you can see and make an educated decision very quickly if this is a good investment. And I didn't realize how quickly it had to be, but we have another home investor. Well, this is a home investor tool. We have a home investor client, and they were using our office for their stuff, and I was listening in, and he was saying, this is not like, people talk about it like it's a part-time job, and it can be, but to make the money like we're talking about, you have to see about 5 properties a day, which means you have about 20 minutes to take a look.
Yeah.
And that's it. So you have 20 minutes to get to the house, walk around it, see what kind of condition it is, run the numbers, and make an offer. That's it, 20 minutes. And you have to do it 5 times a day.
Wow.
And so this takes it in. But as you can see here, this is the home page. I've got like some swirly, cool looking stuff, but it doesn't actually do anything for you. And everything else is hidden behind different tabs. You have to actually go to another tab to understand what's going on. And in that way, you don't actually learn about the tool. It's certainly not. And the other issue becomes there's no traffic being driven to it.
Yeah.
If you don't drive traffic, I mean, there's no reason to drive traffic because that's not going to convert. So he has run traffic. It didn't convert because it's not set to convert.
Makes sense.
I mean, it's cute. Cute doesn't convert. It's got little swirly things.
No. It has swirly things. Those are cute swirly things.
Cute swirly things that slow down your page, and they don't ever actually see the information, and it's just cute's not going to sell it for you.
No, so what are we going to do with it? We're going to make it more better?
We're going to make it more better. First thing is just to convert the web page itself into more of a single web page, and then you can add the conversion pieces to it. But having that many tabs, you've got to condense those tabs down. People are not clicking around.
Yeah.
They're just not. I feel like I should say something else to that sentence, but that's just it. They're just not clicking around. Let's see.
Yeah, they punch out first. The click is click out, not stick.
I mean, it's a nice concept that people are going to stop and take a moment to see your content. I don't care. That whole what's in it for them.
Right.
They don't care about you. So if you're not telling them up front really quickly why you're special, they're out.
See, isn't it amazing how much you're learning through this?
That you're not special.
No, not that part. No, the part that it's got to be about the customer. They've just got to, they're making decisions faster. You know?
They are making decisions faster. They don't have time, and they're researching. They take a glance and say, are you even for me?
Right. Well, it's interesting because before we came on here, I was working on a presentation that I'll be giving tomorrow night. And I mean, it sounds silly. Consistency of fonts in a presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking, I'm going, I've found like 5 fonts in this presentation so far.
Only?
Well, it should be 1. I mean, any more
How
than
did
1.
you end up with so many in the same presentation?
Well, because somebody gave me the presentation.
Oh.
It's not unusual. Well, it's one of the things I do is I help people with their presentations. So you look at, I mean, just visually, or things off center visually, or font size too small. The one thing people do in presentations when they're giving presentations is they cram too much information on a single page, which is very similar to digital marketing, right? There's no white space. There's no ability to think past it. I mean, a bullet point, notice it doesn't say bullet points, right? A bullet point is exactly that. It's a quick, sharp, here it is. Okay, now understand the meaning around it, or go deeper if you need to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it doesn't give the entire story, in great depth. And it's fascinating to me when you see things and you just go, wow, I mean, this can be better, not changing a lick of the content.
Yep. Just spread it out.
Just spread it out, make it visually pleasing, make it, something that you can talk through easier, if that all makes sense.
No, it does. That's not what people tend to do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've seen that like that because we have so many presentations in our office and people will the entire page will be filled with words. And I'm like, whoa.
Well, the other side of it is you've got to make it so that it can be seen at 100 feet.
Is that the magic number?
Well, probably more than that, actually. But think about the depth of a room, right? And have it be readable. I mean, there are specific guidelines as to how the minimum size of what a font should be so that it can be read. Because
I like lists on pages, but if you're going to do a list, it needs to be like a tight list where each line is only a couple of words, and your list can't be too long for the page.
Right. And if you can't, I mean, if you've got more than 4 points, put it on multiple pages.
And then people will ask, like, oh, I didn't get that one because you only had 1 point per page. Then there's this magical thing you can do
called summary.
At the very beginning of your presentation, you can warn them, I know my presentations are overwhelming. I know there's a lot of information. I know that you're going to want to take all the notes, but to be honest, it's better to pay attention. So I'm going to make you a promise. I will make the slides available to you at the end of the presentation. I will give you a link. You can go and you can download the slides. It becomes a lead magnet. You can make a landing page for it. It can be automatically delivered here in Kartra or your system. And then you can follow up with your sales message in case they didn't, buy.
Correctamundo.
So by not spreading it out and giving them too much information anyway, you're shooting yourself in the foot. My thoughts.
Yeah, no, I mean, I totally agree with you that we the other side of it, back in the day. I mean, it's funny how digital has affected so much things. That's good English. Because we used to warn against videotaping or taking pictures of slides and things like that in presentations. But all of a sudden, because you used to have, when people had film, right, they wouldn't take pictures of your slides, but with digital, it's like I can take as many pictures as I want and go delete, right?
Yep.
And so
it's nothing.
But it really kind of changed all that. Still, from a recording side, that's different because recording is, in essence, copyright infringement on all of it. Taking a picture of a slide to a certain extent is that, but it's not the entire presentation. So there's still a lot to work around it, right? So, I mean, if you've got to type your entire presentation on a slide, you shouldn't be given that presentation anyway. You kind of don't know your own material.
Oh, that's its whole other conversation. When the person doesn't know their materials, they hit every single thing on there.
It's like, are you kidding me?
And they read it right off there. Like you can see them turning around, reading it. Like I will forget what's up there because I just start talking. I'll kind of glance up there and be like, oh, okay, that's where we're at now. And then you move on.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's not supposed to be everything. So I got the features copied over. I got them in this little phone. And so up here I have like, we help what is the job it is you do? We help home investors close more profitable deals faster with less guessing. Need a little picture there. I think here we got down to the features. We still don't really have a story. So I'm trying to think if the mission here, how it happened and why. Because I don't want to talk about them, but if it talks about the person they're helping.
Yeah, it's too small for me to see. So, or is that their existing site?
And why? Yeah. Try to avoid having a section on how this app was developed. Preferred it to be standalone. Telling the story suggested statement about me, and somehow that seems like it takes the spotlight off the app. You can see like where people just type like, I don't know what to type. Blah.
Well, I mean, he's giving information on the story. So what's the app do?
It takes existing information. So think about information that's in the like DCAD, the Dallas Central Appraisal District. So all your tax, how many rooms in as a house, pulls from like MLS sourcing as well. So it has already all sorts of information on a house before you ever walk into it. So that when you walk in, you just need to tell it a few things like, what grade is the property condition it in? Is it like brand new? Is it, because you can have a really old house, like you could have a 1920s home, but somebody has come in and completely gutted all the electrical, gutted the walls, rebuilt the kitchen. So it's really like a brand new house, even though it's old, right? So there's a lot of information that's already automatically pulled in, but you can come in there and tell it the condition. You can come in there and say, hey, the refrigerator needs to place, like this many walls need to be replaced, the flooring needs to be replaced, and it will automatically calculate the construction costs for you. And it already gets like comparing it to like the home comps, right, in the area like a realtor would give you. It will tell you how much you can sell the home for if you're taking it from state A to state B, and calculate how much your profit is going to be, and also add in what your loan rate is, like how much is the money to fix it up going to cost you. So it takes all the numbers and makes it so you don't have to do math.
So the reality of that, the story or a story would be, while many people think they make money when they sell the house, the true professional knows they make money buying the house. This makes you buy more efficiently. This allows you to buy more efficiently.
Interesting.
See, because if you're you're gathering all that information, right? So
yeah.
you want to make, so that the tool is make better buys. Better information makes better buys. Yes.
I'm putting a picture in. So I'm going to make you have to say that thing again, though.
Better information makes better buys.
No, there was the longer version of it. That doesn't really tell the whole story. How did you say the first
What
line?
did I say?
Yeah.
Most people think they make money when they sell the house. Professionals understand they make money when they buy the house.
Sell the house. Pros know they make money when they buy
Yep.
the house.
Yep. Because the reality is selling the house is market dependent. And so if you have more information faster, you can make a better buy. Because this is going to take not only, the app is not only going to take the acquisition price, but it's going to take the modification price, the refurb price, the refurb costs into effect and give you a comparison. I mean, you could say know more to do better. Know more to make more.
Yeah. Trying to explain that concept. Most people think they make money when they sell the house.
Pros know they make money when they buy the house. See, that in itself goes, the hell's that mean? If you're not,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Do I need to explain it at that point?
well, I mean, you could, but there's you could go into, there's more than one way to make money on a house. So you could get into the entire, the point is, what's the differentiator? The differentiator for the tool is you're going to be able to make a better buy because you have more information at your fingertips. And anybody would want to make a better buy. See, if you limited it to saying, well, you can have this at the touch of, so the speed with which you can get the information is much greater, then it's only a select few that are concerned about speed. But anybody who buys a house is looking for a return.
Doesn't matter what price you sell a home for. If you put more money, in than you get out, you lose.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
There's the home cost, repair cost, cost to borrow money, what's the financial term? Opportunity cost.
Mm-hmm.
Your time it takes to sell the home, closing cost on both sides of the transaction,
Yeah.
I'm just describing the issues.
Well, but that's what you got to. Somebody goes, yep, you're right, yep. I mean, there's nothing wrong with describing the issues.
Let's see. So we got features in. Break away from old school fuzzy math. Be part of HIT.
Yeah, I like the fuzzy math comment too. Actually.
No question, HIT is not for everyone. It's for everyone who wants to be in the know. Knowing before you bid is the new normal. Be right, be ready, be a part of the next generation of investor today. Yay, nay on that concept?
Run that by me again.
Break away from old school fuzzy math. Be a part of HIT. No question, HIT is not for everyone. It's for everyone who wants to be in the know. Knowing before you bid is the new normal. Be right, be ready. Be a part of the next generation of investor today with HIT.
The only thing I would do is take away the second everyone and say HIT is not for everyone. It's for those. Let's get specific, right?
Yeah.
It's for those who want to. So that way they can say, I'm part of that group. Let me raise my hand. I want to be part of that.
Oops, I didn't get the color. Need to go grab the brand color.
Brand color?
Brand color. Lots of red. Although they had added a yellow, let me find a yellow. A little bit more orange. A little brighter.
Brighter.
Brighter, brighter, brighter. Ooh.
What?
I'm just trying to find the color I like here.
Okay.
Okay. Break away from old school fuzzy math. That way for the people who don't read the other part. Montserrat. Is that how you even say it?
What's that?
Montserrat. The font name.
Oh, don't know. Not one I use.
So this part, no question. You like that, just not the double everything?
Yeah, no question, HIT is not for everyone. It's for those, in other words, so now make them special, right? No question, it's not for everyone. It's for those who want to be in the know. Well, I want to be in the know.
Do you know?
So let them self-identify. And the other thing is if you...
No question, HIT is not for everyone. It's for
those
investors. What do they identify as? Investors who want to be part of the know. Knowing before you bid is the new normal. Be right, be ready, be part of the next generation of, let's capitalize that since today with HIT. Built to close deal. So that feeds right into the features.
Yeah, I like that.
Down here, let's get a better footer. First and foremost.
Make it more better.
That footer's no fun.
What's that? That footer's no fun.
No fun.
That's what I thought you said. That footer's no fun. What?
It's all about a fun footer. All right, let's not worry about that one then. Footer's stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's get some buying going on. We have frequently asked questions there. We have some what customers say. Let's go ahead and put over the pricing. So $65 a month, 7-day free trial, month-to-month contract, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah,
It's a
blah, blah,
mutant
blah.
number. Why'd they pick $65? Why is there a comma in the $32.99 instead of a period?
Hey, that would be,
Kartra?
yeah,
Kartra speak?
Kartra speak. You don't want to sell something for 32. I don't even know what to call it.
would be good. If you add an extra digit at the end.
Oh, I know what. He hasn't set up that one, so it's not going to let me do that. Okay. Haven't set up a cart or Stripe yet, so I won't let you do the product until your Stripe account is fixed up.
Gotcha.
Cha. Details, details. All that load time. I'm going to take this out for the moment, just because I don't think he has one to talk about specifically right now.
Guarantee.
That's how I say it, because if not, I can't spell it.
So you got to become Cajun?
Sure.
Why not?
Sure. I'm sure there's a good reason it put it in the color teal.
Put what in the color teal?
I copy pasted something from the site and it made it teal.
Huh.
I'll make it bigger.
Copied it from what site?
His site.
His site.
$65 a month. I don't want to add to cart. I want to buy now. Actually, I want to go get my red button first.
It's pretty easy to change the all that copying button design and all that.
Yeah, just hit that. Text. Well, let me go change the color first because I got that copy pasted. Text.
Buy now.
Get it now? Buy now?
Kind of like get it now.
I feel like that's what somebody would actually say.
Yeah. I like the idea of being more conversational in it.
You can take away the icon if it's... I like all that stuff there. 7-day free trial.
Okay.
Whatcha?
I was wondering where you were going next.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what information to put and not include. I don't want to put it's excessive, but part of me just wants to stick with what, I mean, I tend to think the business owners put information in there for a reason. I get that they may not always be the best person to.
Well, sometimes they're too close to it, but that stuff all seems like, what would I want to know? Yeah, it's month to month. Okay, there's no contract. I know this sounds silly, but I would actually go the other way around. I'd go no contract, month to month.
That just makes sense.
Well, kind of. Right?
Yep. Good. Take this out. Well, you know what? He has to
I
have
would
information.
actually go, okay, now let's go one more step. I would go no setup, no contract, month to month, unlimited search, unlimited. It's going to be visually more congruent too.
Say that again.
No setup, no contract, month to month.
And then it stacks like a nice little pyramid.
Exactly.
I like pyramids.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was doing next. Well, it's visually, right?
It is.
What does unlimited values mean?
So, you know how, okay, so in the application world, people charge based on, I mean, what's going to cost them the most money, right? So let's take Kartra for example, right? I was telling you, I don't want to necessarily host all the videos for all of the material inside of Kartra because you pay by bandwidth, right? So that's the expensive thing for Kartra and YouTube and anybody who stores stuff, right? Is
right.
They have to have the servers that can handle both how much memory you're storing plus the access to it, right?
Correct.
So that Kartra will base their pricing based on how much bandwidth you're using, right? So a lot of apps, it costs them money every time you run a search, right? So you have to pay per search, or you're only limited to 30 searches or something of that nature, right? He's saying you get unlimited values, unlimited searches, unlimited calculators. There's no like, oh, you can only do 30 a month.
No, the unlimited search covers that part. That's what's the word values in there. Unlimited values.
I think it comes to like this one, the after repaired value. It's like the calculator. Does that not ringing?
It seems like a piece of information I need to have to understand it, as opposed to.
What about this one?
What if you put unlimited property values?
Unlimited calculations?
No, I think unlimited property values. Now let's just get a little more specific as to what the values is. It makes a nice pyramid that way too.
Unlimited.
I just don't know what unlimited values means.
Repaired values. It's this. It's after repair value.
But see, this is a new concept. This is one of the unique selling propositions of this app. It supplies you after repair value calculations that you would have to make manually, or you wouldn't have the tools to do. That's one of the values, right?
Yeah.
So don't make me guess at it. Call it out. Just tell me. Because I miss it if I don't know the answer. I'm not going to tell you I don't know the answer. I don't know what that means. I'm just not going to respond to it. Yeah. Unlimited property values. Well, that seems pretty valuable, right?
I don't disagree.
Simplify it for me, the reader.
So here's like this whole other edition of like features.
Is it a restatement of features or?
No.
What do it be?
Hell if I know.
And the idea we're supposed to.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Never mind.
So demanding.
Just trying to help.
I know. All right, so I'm going to kind of get rid of some of this stuff that's clogging it up. focus on what we have. We got price, could use a different footer. I don't mind working with this one. I do want to put a little image of the logo in. Okay, down, down, down. Okay, down. There we go. In case you forgot, what page you're on.
Yeah. Makes all the sense in the world.
Sure it does.
Sorta, kinda. Maybe.
Oh, hello. I resized it and it didn't. How big? I don't want it that big. There we go. And then I have an email up here from him. Let me go pull it. It has all the links.
Says?
It has all the links that I already created for him. So he's got some mandatory information you'll see down here that he has to include as being part of the real estate industry. And so I hosted it on his own pages.
Nice.
So we'll say, oh, I need my red.
It's good red. I like that red.
Snatch it. I'm a red person. It's not like my walls are red or anything.
Not really.
Only a little bit. There we go. Change it there. Text, terms, and conditions. And then we need it to link to another Kartra page. So this one's actually terms and condition is right here. I'm going to have it actually, even though it's a terms and condition, it's on my own page, I'm going to have it open on a new tab away from the buying page. I want them to stay where they belong. Buying.
Yes. Stay where you're supposed to be. Take the action we're encouraging.
All right, let's see what this is. Consumer Protection Notice. And that one I hosted in a file. So I don't think I've ever linked to a file. I don't know if I can do that directly or if I can just do a custom link. Link to a Kartra page, scroll, download a file. Boom, look at that.
Look, there goes
Automatically
the PDF.
with the link, it's gonna download the file.
Nice.
How cool is that? Okay, what other we gotta have? Trek info about brokerage services.
What?
Part of like being in real estate.
Is that one of those rules things again?
One of those pesky laws, rules. Although I was listening to somebody in the digital marketer group talk about basically copyright infringement or trademark infringement.
Yeah, what about it?
Just go do it. You'll get a cease and desist letter. Stop, don't do it anymore. Pick a new one to copy.
That's why would somebody even suggest doing that?
Money. They create bongs for a living, and people like things like Hello Kitty bongs. And since Hello Kitty and the company that does that is never in a million years going to give you permission, just doing it anyway.
You're not going to be able to make an Hello Kitty bong? Are you kidding me? No,
And
I mean,
Disney's not cool with it either, by the way.
Well, no, of course but there are things like treble damages and
Well, I think his particular angle of it was one, they are required. I get that part. Like I understood from my husband that They're not required. They have to, as part of the legal, say that they asked you to stop. But I was like, yeah, but they can come back and sue you for the money you already made.
That's right. They can take away everything you got plus some penalty.
The fact that they may not do it, but I mean, if I was a kids brand, I'd do it.
Well, they almost have to protect the brand.
I would think so, but he was like, nope, I've done it over and over again for a long time when I was at this company.
Yeah, it's short-sighted, though, I think.
There's that. So inside Kartra, I've been doing it where the contact us is part of a form. That way, reduce spam, but then everything, if they're going to submit, you get their email address and they become a lead.
Yeah.
You could always mark them off as afterwards as not. Let's include, we got a first name, we got an email. Oh, cool. You can add the agree to terms and conditions, privacy policy, disclaimer. City, state.
It's cool. You can produce something once and then attach it multiple places, multiple times.
I'm a big fan. So I'm going to create a custom field here for questions, comments, question or comment.
Not a comment. What are you making?
Text input field for like your question or comment. How can we help? Required.
That's for their comment?
Yep. So we got the form fields, confirmation, we'll do single opt-in, success page. Take them back home. For now. I always redirect later. No welcome message needed. Assign a tag. Sure. All right, we're going to create one that says contact us.
Yes.
Might as well tag them all the way through so you know how they're using stuff. So easy to add a little tag. Subscribe to a list. Awesome. Absolutely. If you have to answer their email, they should have to subscribe.
Yeah. I like it.
I did figure, I don't know if I let you know, I figured out how to add the Kartra forms to your own site inside blog pages. You select this and you go through and it makes a pop-up that you can add to anything.
That's a cool idea.
What would be a good lead magnet? I think he had one, but it like really gets people in to get them into a software like this, like a download or something easier than a trial. Because I feel like sometimes trials are, it's a big challenge.
Well, yeah, a trial is, I've got to give you my credit card. You're going to pop it anyway.
Yeah.
So what if there was a, like a review of replacement costs or something like that, or typical replacement costs, or remodel costs.
Like, what are you talking about? But now I get it.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like a bathroom remodel is typically this is typically this to this. So some of the parameters, right? It's kind of a listing of some of the parameters that may be built into the app, but it's a wider gap, right? Like a remodel on a bathroom could be 5,000 to 25,000. Well, that's a big difference. On the app, we'll take it down to whatever, based on square footage or based on.
Here's a sentence I don't understand. Tell me if it makes sense to you. It is a series of calculations, not algorithms. Algorithms are calculations. Unless I don't know my words.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a series of calculations, so it's this plus this plus this plus this plus this, I think is what he's saying.
Formula.
Right, as opposed to it being a formula. In other words, it's gathering pre-programmed bits of information versus I mean, the way that I would think that he's meaning it is I'm taking variable 1 plus variable 2 plus variable 3 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm taking 10 variables, which is more accurate than taking the initial price times an algorithm to give me an answer. I think what he's really striving to say is there are more calculations for accuracy, would be what I think he's maybe trying to say. Does that make some sense? See, an algorithm would be like take 10 times 0.0342, and that's what it's going to be, or 20 times 0.0342. The 0342 stays, the algorithm stays the same every time, whereas the calculation is specific information. But if that's what you're doing, then take the guesswork out. We use specific information. What does the definition of algorithm say?
Algor. A process or set of rules to be formed or to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations, especially by a computer.
Yeah, see, the algorithm is a set of rules.
A process or a set of rules.
Well, but I mean, yeah, it's not a sentence that gains you anything. So if you're going to say it's a series of calculations with historic values to create a better outcome or a truer outcome, now it's worth doing.
A procedure for solving a mathematical problem.
Okay, now look at the definition of calculation.
The process or act of calculating. They seriously suck on the word calculating.
Yeah. So I mean,
the way I understand it is the calculation. Well, calculation is the actual process of doing it. Math problem, if you will, is it is a series of calculations, not algorithm. Man, you can't do a calculation without an algorithm, though. It's saying algorithm is like the fact that you do, division and exponents first, and then division and multiplication, then plus and minus. The algorithm is the rule ahead of time. So in theory, you can't do the calculation without the algorithm. Right. Like no calculation can be done without the algorithm.
I think that's one of those, what were you really meaning by that? again, here's the issue, is we're assigning meaning to that. And if we have this issue, then so does the reader.
Everybody else.
Then everybody else potentially has that issue. And so so what are you really trying to say? What was your desired statement? Was that this seemingly, based on everything else around it, on context, it would seem that what he's working to do is say, I'm pulling together more accurate information quicker. Right? But again,
I would think that it's like that it should. What a property will appraise for if it is an excellent, call it perfect condition. It is a series of calculations. Simply said, it aligns properties of similar footage and year and adjusts the comps for the differences.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to say it's simple math.
Yeah, well, that's, to a certain extent, it is. You've got to add $400 here, $800 here, $250 there, $690 there. And when you add it together, you've got a realistic, more than educated, historic cost. I would say just out of that space there, just take out the not algorithm. If you go back there.
Yeah.
Take what it says, call it perfect condition. It's a series of calculations. Simply stated, it aligns. The not algorithms only confuses it's a series of calculations.
I think that's more important to know that how important it is. If you don't know what ARV is, then it's not a good selling point.
Once again, it is the manufacturer or the creator using an acronym that is not publicly known.
It is a series of calculations that simply state, that simply compare.
Quantify. That's simply, quantify is a big word.
There we go, compare. That simply compare properties of similar footage and year built and adjust the comps for the differences. I don't need the word pretty simple.
I would make that, I don't know if you can make that after required or after repaired value a little bigger, because you got the ARV very big.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make sure
I have
we
it
know.
here, so I have it.
Yeah, no, but make it just a titch. Yeah.
And then he's got like an errant little quote over here.
I think that makes more sense. Unless there is a really specific thought behind algorithm, I think you just eliminate it.
I'm curious. Let's see with this. If we have in say ARV, solid definition of ARV is what a property would appraise for. Specs on how ARV. So this takes me to this page over here. I'm wondering if I can't just turn these two videos into a lead magnet.
This is an example of how we use and how we've developed the ARV model. I clicked on the header to get these. You can see the kitchen's dated. It's got some new appliances, but it's sort of dirty. You can see here. That's why we made these photos big, so you can come and look, plus or minus 10 years. So you can click on any one.
See what the
this-
selling point here is ARV. So you
Yeah.
damn well better
This is
explain
the inside
the heck out of it.
ARV. After repaired value is the top of the market for fixed up properties of like kind. At the time of the evaluation, what the property would appraise for in excellent condition area, year built, lot size, design and construction.
Okay, so I think that could be the lead magnet even then. Let's go over here. Just something to get something out. Oh, no, don't. Oh, save.
That was close.
That was close.
Save
But what
early and
time?
often. 10:06.
10:06, 7, something like that. But yeah, so content takes a lot to create. Go ahead and use what you have since he's had a couple of videos and ARV is very important to what he's doing. I think that's the first one where to start is ARV. So he's already got the videos, just making a page for those videos. And then we'll say, we'll email them too.
Yeah.
Create some sales copy.
Could you transcribe those videos and make them into a report?
Would you like to see a little trick I taught Miss Rayanne? Let's see. These are on YouTube, right?
Taking YouTube
I don't know if I can
transcriptions?
do it. I don't know if I can do it with other YouTube videos. I open transcript. Look at that.
Mhm. There it be.
Then you can just go over to somewhere you can write.
Notepad.
Probably.
Take the formatting out.
Yeah, you just take the numbers out, but I believe in YouTube, those numbers become important. I can click on here and it will automatically go
Are made for conditions
right to that point.
For amenities.
So that's why they did it, so that I could put the transcription in the description. But you can take that and turn that into a blog post.
Yep.
So you, Mr. Scott Schilling, who's super great at turning on a mic and talking, can turn around, talk, make a Facebook Live that's automatically uploaded to YouTube using either the whatever we just got or using something like
Whatever we just got.
purpose. Everything's repurpose, replug, retweet, whatever. Whatever app you have it sent to YouTube. Just come over here to transcribe and you instantly have blog post.
Yep. Very nice.
So we'll call it at that at 10:10. Wrap up Double Funnel TV with the real estate investor. And
we'll get after it again tomorrow.
Get it after it again tomorrow. Creating a lead magnet and starting to build actually some strategy. 'Cause sometimes you just need to pass over the website just to get stuff started. And then you can come back over and create a strategy on top of it. And that's
perfect.
Get it done type thing, right? Hey, do you like the new frame? So Double Funnel TV is always up there. You're like,
up where? I haven't seen it.
You'll see it afterwards. All
okay,
right.
I'll see it after.
Everybody have a great day.
Later. See you tomorrow. Bye.